Welcome on board the Royal Caribbean Wonder of the Seas. It's the end of September 2022, and as I'm filming this is the current largest cruise ship
in the world.
We are on a Mediterranean route from Barcelona around Italy back to Barcelona, and I wanted to show you around our junior suite here, show you the things that I love about it, and there's a couple things that aren't so great about it, you know, here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. The cruise lines are not paying me to come here and tell you everything is fabulous. What you see here are purely my opinions, the good ones and the bad. We are on deck 12, and this is 12638, a junior suite. Here is the general impression you get when you enter the suite, and you will notice it is quite a bit wider than a normal balcony cabin on Royal Caribbean. Of course, one benefit that you get when you book a junior suite, a normal suite, any kind of suite on any ship is more space. But the extra space that you get isn't the only thing that you should think about, isn't the only thing you should consider when you are looking at booking a suite. Another thing that's really important is what is included with the suite. What are the goodies? What are the extra benefits that you get? And those can make or break your decision if you're gonna book a suite or not, I think. Typically, the larger the suite you book, the more perks that you get. Things like drink packages, things like hors d'oeuvres delivered to your cabin every afternoon. We don't get most of that, but we're happy with what we're getting for what we paid. And the Wonder of the Seas is a very new ship. It was launched this year, 2022, and it shouldn't be then surprising that both sides of the bed have a plug and a USB port. I think this is so important nowadays, and they thought of that and included it here in the junior suite. A standard balcony cabin on Royal Caribbean does not have a coffee machine in the cabin, so this is something that's nice to have. You also receive priority, embarkation, and debarkation, and one of the benefits that we have enjoyed the most is being able to eat in the suites only restaurant called Coastal Kitchen. Our mini bar here is empty, but having a fully stocked mini bar is also something that you can expect on some cruise lines when you're staying in a suite. And not only do we have all this space, including a small safe here and a small hanging locker, but one of the things that makes the junior suite special is this gigantic walk-in closet. This cabin truly does have loads of space to store your stuff out of the way. And in fact, I mean, seriously, a small child or a young teenager could definitely sleep in there on a yoga mat, and this could be like their room. Directly across from the gigantic walk-in closet is the bathroom, and the bathroom door is mostly Morgan approved. It is a real door that closes all the way. However, there is kind of a big gap at the bottom. This has become kind of a running gag, a topic on my channel, because the trend in hotels and on some cruise ships as well has been that bathrooms and bathroom areas have become less private, and I don't understand that. I like to have my privacy when I'm using the toilet, and this door is okay. You might be asking yourself, what the heck is this? Well, this is a remedy for a problem that we had also on the Celebrity Apex when we cruised with that ship, and that is this door is held closed by pretty powerful magnets, and there is no way to not slam the door because the magnets, when you put it about here, they take control and it like sucks the door closed, and it always makes a pretty loud thumping noise. And so even in the middle of the night, if somebody's getting up to use the toilet, like we always do, then there's this loud thump. And so we have wrapped part of the bathrobe belt here around here, and that prevents that thump from being too loud and annoying. The bathroom space here it's not huge. In our junior suite on NCL, the bathroom space was a little bit bigger than this, but compared to a standard balcony cabin here on the Royal Caribbean Wonder of the Seas, this is quite spacious. There's a little tub. The amenities are pretty cool. They are a brand, I think, that Royal Caribbean has created called Salt and Breeze. There's definitely plenty of space for 2 people to store their things here. And I think you can probably have 4 people in these cabins, and this is gonna work fine. There is something about the bathroom that's pretty bad though, and I'm gonna get to that and show you the balcony right after this commercial break. Did you get one? What was it about? Write it in the comments below.
Safe hours, all that can't be seen in the daylight. Just know our hearts, when we met, we just fit right.
One great thing about a junior suite is this gigantic balcony. You can see not only is it deeper than a standard balcony, but it's also much wider. We have enjoyed having morning coffee out here, watching the cities disappear when we're sailing away, and it's definitely big enough for 4 sun chairs. I don't know if you can ask the cabin steward to bring actual, like the sun loungers down here, but you could fit 4 here easily. Okay, now I want to show you 2 things about this bathroom that just are not the best. And they both have to do with water. The first one has to do with the faucet here. The sink space is fine. There are cruise ships like the Norwegian Epic that have a much smaller sink than this. The problem with this design is the faucet is so close to the side here. When you wash your hands, it almost always spills over here. And then, depending on how long you're washing your hands, which should be at least 20 seconds, I think is what the rule is, the water is gonna run across here and then drip down onto the floor. That's why we have a washcloth here right now, because it just kind of, that's like our barrier to prevent getting a puddle of water down there. If you are very, very careful, you can wash your hands without it spilling over, but sometimes also you just want to put your hair under the water to, if you've got bedhead or something. Maybe I should have done that before I started this video. And you just can't do that with this faucet without totally flooding the counter, and then inevitably it's going to drip down onto the floor. And speaking of water, let's talk about this shower here. I guess it's nice to have a tub, especially if you have kids. People mention that all the time. And I know some people are partial to having a solid wall on the shower instead of a curtain, because the curtain sticks to you or doesn't hold the water where it's supposed to be. This is a tub combination with this glass door that you can open and close. None of that is the problem. The problem is the water pressure. And we have tried showering at different times during the day to see if that has something to do with it. But this water pressure is just, it's pretty weak, people. Let me show you. So that is maximum water pressure. And do you see, if I point this straight out, it's still only going a couple inches because there's just so little water pressure. I'm finding a hard time demonstrating it, but trust me, it takes a long time to shower in the shower. And in order to get under the water, you have to stand directly on top of the drain, in the very, very end of the tub, where it's curvy and the danger of slipping is pretty high. Now, of course, neither of those reasons are horrible enough that I would say that you should not book a junior suite. They're just little inconveniences compared to all the great things about this category of room here on this really, really fantastic ship. And I wonder if the showers in lower cabins might have a higher water pressure. I really have no way to find out. That could be a factor contributing to having the lower water pressure, is that we're here on deck 12, which is almost the highest deck of cabins because there is no deck 13. It goes 12, 14, and then pool deck. We've been on the ship for a couple days now. There are going to be several videos coming from this series, including looking at a Central Park view cabin, showing you around the top deck, showing you around the inside of the ship, talking about highlights every day. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because then you'll get a notification when the next video goes online. Also, if you like hearing travel stories about things going right and horribly wrong, check out my book. It's called Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship. It's available on Amazon now, and it's a great way that you can support what I do and get entertained as well. We're heading up to the Windjammer now. #cruise calories don't count. I'll see you in the next video.